Manchester United are through to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup courtesy of a 3-0 win over Charlton Athletics at Old Trafford. And it is a big deal. It is a big deal because Erik Ten Hag now is just 2 wins away from lifting his first trophy at Manchester United, a trophy that can be extremely important because it will help build confidence, his staff, as well as the players, as well as validate the process that we are currently undertaking at Manchester United. Don't forget that the Carabao Cup is also the first trophy that Pep Guardiola won at Manchester City, and of course the rest is history, so it is a very important step towards building a title-winning team. Now, in this video, I want to focus on one specific area in which I believe that every Manchester United player has improved a lot. It's something that we haven't seen enough of under Ralf Rangnick, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Jose Mourinho, but we see plenty of it under Erik Ten Hag. It's something that I focused on in the video that I've made after the Wolves game, especially focusing on Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and it's the way the players move without the ball. Let's analyze. So, the first sequence starts with Alejandro Garnacho, a player who impressed me a lot in this game, and I'm gonna talk more about him after this video analysis. Garnacho here, he actually tracked back and won the ball, and now he's gonna pass it to Casemiro. This is the sequence that led to Marcus Rashford's first goal. I'm not focusing on Antony's goal because that goal was made due to his sheer brilliance. I mean, there isn't much to talk about tactically. From a tactical standpoint, it was an individual goal. But these 2 goals, both of Rashford's goals, were actually quite impressive tactically. So anyway, the ball goes to Casemiro, and oh my God, Casemiro. Obviously, he raises his head, as you can see. He's looking over his shoulder, and he sees what's happening in front of him. He turns, and then look at this pass. I mean, guys, guys, this is outrageous. That's a beautiful pass. He struck it cleanly. Next, it goes into Pellistri, a player who I feel is not getting as much attention as he should. Clearly a talented youngster. However, in this sequence, I don't want you to focus as much on Pellistri. I want you to focus on Scott McTominay, who's making a run right here. Those of you who follow this channel, who have been following it for a few months, you know that I love Scott McTominay. And here again, he's gonna prove how impactful he is in a very underrated, under the radar kind of fashion. So, Pellistri is running at the defender. Now, as you can see, Scott McTominay is starting to make a very interesting run. And now, as you can see, both of the center backs right here, Charlton's center backs, to be fair, like this is a situation that is really hard to defend against. One of them peels away and goes to mark or cover Marcus Rashford, while one of them stays with Pellistri. Now, if it's a 2-2 situation, that's manageable. But Scott McTominay right now is going to make it impossible for them to manage. So Scott McTominay makes a run outside Pellistri. Now, what this does is this center back right here, he cannot focus on Pellistri anymore. He cannot go and target Pellistri with a tackle or restrict Pellistri's ability to run into this space right here because he's worried about Scott McTominay. What this means is that if Pellistri goes towards Rashford, that's a goal. And if he lays a pass to Scott McTominay, who is going in this area, then all that Scott McTominay needs to do is just to cross the ball across goal from in this area right here towards Marcus Rashford. Now, of course, Pellistri makes the right decision. He passes it to Marcus Rashford, and of course, Marcus Rashford, in the form of his life, 15 goals this season already. He's not gonna miss it. Okay. Now, the second goal. So, of course, in the first goal, Scott McTominay is the one who has created that space for Pellistri with this run. Now, in this sequence, it's Pellistri who is going to create the space for Marcus Rashford to score the goal. So Malacia plays the ball to Casemiro. And here, Casemiro, I'm just telling you guys, this is the transfer of the season. Such a gem. Amazing, amazing player. I love this guy. He's such a joy to watch. So now, as you can see, Pellistri over here, Marcus Rashford over here. Now look at Pellistri. As soon as Casemiro turns around, Pellistri is making a run. Now here, Marcus Rashford is marked, but due to Pellistri's run, there you go. This defender is following Pellistri right here, which means that Marcus Rashford is free. Casemiro. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What's that pass? Come on, seriously. What is this? Is that Casemiro or Ricardo Quaresma? Come on, a pass like that with the outside of the foot. Listen, Casemiro right here. He's been recognized around Europe when he was playing for Real Madrid and Porto, as one of the best number sixes, an anchor man, a defensive player, someone who shields the defense. But here at Manchester United, he became a freak. This guy does everything. He scores goals, assists, beautiful aesthetics when passing the ball. This is amazing. And of course, Pellistri's run created space for Marcus Rashford, who goes into space and then goal. Marcus Rashford has been impressive, but again, both goals, Scott McTominay for the first one and Pellistri for the second one. Of course, with players like Rashford and Casemiro, they are of course talented, quality players, but I think that the movement of Pellistri and Scott McTominay without the ball, that's what actually created the spaces that guaranteed we score goals. And with players like Marcus Rashford, if you can create that space for them, they will always score goals. Marcus Rashford is a 30-goal a season striker. And at Manchester United now under Erik ten Hag, we are creating much more space for him to exploit. That's why he is in form. All right, now let me open a quick bracket and talk about Alejandro Garnacho for a minute. I've seen that a lot of Manchester United fans on Reddit, Twitter, comment sections on YouTube have been critical of his performance against Charlton. Too much showboating, not enough end products. But let me tell you this, I am 32 years old and Manchester United is my drug, my religion. In 2003, when we got Cristiano Ronaldo from Sporting Lisbon, I was 13 years old and I've watched all of his games in his breakthrough season at Manchester United. And I can tell you one thing, you see that performance that Garnacho gave against Charlton? That's exactly the type of performances that Cristiano Ronaldo was given in his first and second season at Manchester United. He was awkward, the shirt was too big for him, too much showboating, fallen, no balance whatsoever, and of course a lack of efficiency. The players around him, Van Nistelrooy, Roy Keane, Scholes, Giggs, all of them would get frustrated and raise their hands in the sky. But everyone could see that this kid was destined for something big. And I'm not saying that Alejandro Garnacho is going to be as big as Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, him and Messi are aliens, okay? They have redefined what world class is. But I'm telling you that Alejandro Garnacho definitely has what it takes to be a world class talent in his own right. And what we saw against Charlton, that was amazing. He was toying with those defenders. You cannot expect an 18-year-old to be as efficient and as clinical and lethal as, you know, a 25 or 26-year-old. But already what we can see from Garnacho right now is an insane raw talent. And just as Sir Alex Ferguson was able to unlock that talent out of Cristiano Ronaldo and mold him into a machine, a goal-scoring machine, I believe that Erik ten Hag is going to be able to work his magic with Garnacho as well, because everyone at the club clearly sees how special this kid is. So with Garnacho, don't make that mistake and just be patient with him. Now guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it the thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below, and cheers.